Karen tries to withhold benefits and doesn't like the consequences. I used to have a Veterans Disability Pension, VDP, for a hearing defect. It's now merged with my state pension. It was small and back home was paid annually. However, I moved to the UK and this pension was still paid by my government, but now administered by the UK DWP, Department of Work and Pensions, who paid it fortnightly. Some years ago I was entitled to a disability allowance, DA, because of various issues. At the time I was diagnosed with diabetes but was trying to control it with diet. So I got called into the local job center for an interview. Unfortunately, I had a Karen for an interviewer. I'm on the spectrum but I'm high functioning. This means that I don't suffer fools gladly and I can be very rules bound. Firstly, she questions why I hadn't declared the VDP as part of my earnings. I had, but it was in another part of the form. Then she said that I couldn't have diabetes because I wasn't taking any medicine, and as I was telling Porky she would not allow my claim. Now the DA claim had nothing to do with my diabetes. However, she was stupid to put in her letter of rejection that I hadn't diabetes because I wasn't taking any medicine for it. She also said that they would no longer pay my VDP. I sent a copy of the letter to my High Commission who said don't worry, they would deal with it. I handed a copy of the letter to my doctor who was incensed. She complained to the DWP asking about Karen's medical qualifications. So I got asked to have another interview about 1 p.m. on a certain day with the Karen. I said that I couldn't guarantee to attend on that day as I had another appointment that morning. The message back from the Karen was if I didn't attend my claim would be refused. So going with the flow I said that I would try to attend but I might be a little late. So I have my morning appointment, go home, change and toddle off to the job center. I get there on the dot of 1 p.m. only to find that the Karen had booked an interview room on the first floor instead of the ground floor. There is no lift. To cut a long story short, it took me nearly 15 minutes to haul my sorry ass up those stairs, in the end being helped by this guy in a suit who asked why I was trying to get to the first floor. I told him that I had an interview and that the Karen who was seeing me chose the room. So I get to the room and Karen says, "You are late, I am refusing your claim unless you have a very good reason." So I said to her, "Well, my day has been interesting. You were warned that I had an appointment this morning and because of it I might be late." "Karen, I want you to tell me about this appointment and exactly what happened to make you late." Me, I turned up at the appointment this morning, took my clothes off and then had two nice young ladies slather my meat and two veg with lube. They then proceeded to do things to said meat and two veg. They then got me to lie down on my side facing the wall and one of them proceeded to stick her fingers up my ass. "Karen, how dare you talk such filth in front of me? Your case is closed." Suit, who was listening out of sight, "Excuse me Karen, but you did ask him to tell you about his appointment and exactly what happened to make him late." Suit to me, "How did your prostate examination go?" Me, "More tests unfortunately." Suit, "And was that the reason you were late?" Me, "No, the stupid bitch was being vindictive and interviewed me on this floor instead of the ground floor. She knew my claim was because I had breathing problems and couldn't climb stairs. I think she would have claimed that as I made it to the first floor I was lying and refused the claim." Suit, "I think you are right." Suit to Karen, "You will approve his DLA claim as I had to help him up the stairs and based on my observations he qualifies, and you and your manager will report to me tomorrow at 9 a.m. in my office to explain your actions. If you are late you will be terminated." Karen, very white-faced, "Yes sir." Turns out he was an area director that the DWP had sent in to investigate the high level of complaints about that job center. It also turns out that a complaint from a high commissioner about a breaching an international agreement is a big deal for the DWP. Who knew?